You're listening to the Marketing Funnel Show, episode number 10. From low-cost products that you sell in volumes to lots of people to high-ticket coaching, marketing funnels come in a lot of shapes and sizes. And you don't need to wait for a perfect audience size before launching yours. Welcome to the Marketing Funnel Show. I'm your host, Michelle Evans, and this is the podcast for coaches, experts, and online business owners to learn how to go from simply surviving to sold out using the power of marketing funnels. All right, let's jump into today's show. Well, hello, welcome to today's show. Whether you have no email list at all, or an email list of 10,000 or more, whether you need to sell 1,000 things this month, or maybe just one thing every few months, no matter your business model or what you sell, you can absolutely make marketing funnels work for you. The truth is, it's all about finding the right recipe for your business. And if you're a service-based business, you don't necessarily need a ton of clients. You may not offer courses or group programs, and you only serve a limited number of clients at a time. I know I pretty much tap out when I get too many clients at once, especially when I'm only doing one-on-one stuff. So I have a client example that I wanted to talk about today. So I have this client who maybe about 10 months ago, she was launching her business, and she had a really good idea of what she wanted to do, and she had tested it out on a few people locally to where she lived, but she wanted to get 8 to 10 people into her high-dollar one-on-one coaching program. She had 0 people on her email list. She basically had just launched a website. She didn't really have a lot of blog posts or content or anything like that. And she really needed to get this program up and running quickly. So again, no audience, no email list. She did have some savings, but she didn't want to blow through all her savings doing marketing stuff. And then she wasn't looking for a huge influx of customers. She didn't need 500 customers. She needed 8 to 10. But in order to hit her 8 to 10 goal of people who were willing to spend the amount of money that it was going to cost for her high-dollar coaching, she did need to get in front of quite a few people because her program was about $15,000. So it wasn't something that just anybody could take advantage of. It definitely needed a specific kind of person. But, this was a unique challenge. And so this client came to me and said, all right, we need to get this off the ground and running. What should we do? So we devised a funnel, a really, really simple marketing funnel to build a list, a small list. I think when she started, she might have had 40 or 50 people on her list, and most of them were people that she had previously worked with, right? So I wouldn't even really consider that an email list. But, we devised a really simple marketing funnel and created a strategy for her around filling that funnel with Facebook live streams and ads, Facebook ads, that allowed her to really take advantage of the Facebook platform to get her in front of enough people for us to see who was really paying attention to what she had to say, and to build up some organic traffic to really see who was engaging with her paid traffic and turn her paid traffic into subscribers. And so let's break this strategy down a bit because it was really a cool strategy. So again, remember, she had 0 Facebook fans, 0 anything. She was starting from scratch. So, and all of her clients that she had were local to where she lived, and they really did love her. So that was her number one her number one asset, I guess I would call it. So we decided to use that. And so we found 2 of her really happy clients who were happy to be on video. And we captured some great video testimonials about life before and after working with her in this program. And then we put together some great, just short live stream ideas for this person to do, just from her iPhone. So nothing fancy at all. In fact, she would just plug in her headphones to her iPhone, and wherever she was, be that at a coffee shop, at her house, with her kids in the background, outside, whatever. If she had a few moments, she would jump on Facebook Live and she would do a live stream. And it was so, so cool because within a month, we had gotten her in front of over 30,000 people. And not all of that was paid traffic. I mean, there was a lot of it that was paid traffic, but not all of it. And because we were using Facebook Live and really, quote unquote, ugly video, people really engaged with it because they didn't feel like it was highly produced or, we went through and we really, surveyed people who engaged with it, especially people who bought this program. And they just said it really felt real. It felt like a friend was talking to them. It felt like they could trust this person because she was just jumping on when she had a moment. Even if she didn't have makeup on, even if she was just in jeans and a t-shirt, even if, the house was a mess, whatever. Whatever was going on, she just made an effort to jump on, and it was incredible what happened. And so, like I said, we were able to get her message in front of over 30,000 potential clients via Facebook ads and from organic reach as well, because people started sharing these out, commenting on them, subscribing. So when she went live, people would be jumping onto her live stream. And then from that, we could get some really cool audience insights into who was actually paying attention to her, who was watching the videos all the way through, all sorts of really cool stuff. And as a result, this person was able to sell out her coaching program and was left with a waiting list. And she spent less than $1,500 in ad spend total. So that was some serious marketing funnel ROI, return on investment, right? Because she had 10 people at $15,000 a piece. Now, most of those people paid over time, but still, that's $150,000. And she spent $1,500 on these ads, but it was because she was willing to show up ugly. I hate to say that because she's not ugly, but you know what I mean? Like, she was willing to show up when her hair wasn't perfect, when her clothes weren't perfect, when the environment wasn't perfect. And she was just like, whatever, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give. And then we're going to retarget with some great, so at the top of the funnel, she was showing up and she was being a giver. She was talking about fears that her audience had, about questions that people were throwing her way, about common misconceptions people had about what she was talking about. And then we would retarget with middle of the funnel stuff, and then we would retarget with bottom of the funnel stuff. And it just worked like a charm. And the best part is that we did all of that effort up front in that, maybe like 8-week period total between the time that we started planning to the time we were done and she was sold out. And that funnel, she can turn on and off anytime she wants. So this year she comes up to the anniversary. If she decides, hey, I want to use this again, she can. All of the assets are there. Everything's there for her to turn back on. And so the effort and the insight that we put into that, it's a funnel that can just keep on giving. So she can get back out in front of people. And maybe the people who saw it last year, maybe it didn't hit them the same way that it'll hit them this year, and new people will be ready to, join her. And as a result of all of that, and remember, those top of funnel, she was only giving. She wasn't asking for them to opt in. She wasn't really asking for them to do anything. Our purpose with top of the funnel was just to create a great pixeled audience of people who either watched her video or clicked through to her site to see who was taking action. But because of that, her email list grew from almost nothing to well over 2,000 people in just a few short weeks. And again, with $1,500 or so in ad spend, and all these people, she was able to continue to warm up and nurture with her weekly emails all year long. So these 2,000 people have grown over the past year because they tell people, and they're even more engaged. So as she goes back out this year, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's a great point. And they're even more kind of in her camp. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens when she opens her cart this year. And again, we created a warm pixeled audience on Facebook that had well over 30,000 people who she was able to continue targeting and warming up and inviting further into her funnel. So a few months later, she thought she was only going to have this one offer for the year. And because she had so many people who were so engaged, she decided to offer something that was a little lower priced, a little less intensive. And, we just went back out to these people and we had a new conversation with them with a new funnel, and it worked like a charm again. And it's just really cool when you are able to be a giver at the top of the funnel and able to connect with people, and you're not so worried about showing up perfect, but you're willing to just show up and serve and kind of share your expertise in a way that serves you, serves them, and just helps people discover, like, are you the person that they want to learn from? And again, she can use these funnels that we created, the big one that we created that had her $150,000 launch, and then the other smaller ones that we created through the year. In the future, as she wants to fill her one-on-one client load, or if she wants to do another high-level group program, whenever there's space available, with zero extra work on her part, because all of the assets are there, and it's not like they're going to go out of style. So when done right, your marketing funnel can really grow your list and fill your programs, both large and small. I mean, in her mind, she only needed 8 to 10 clients for the whole year, but she was willing to put in all that effort to get those 8 to 10 clients because she didn't want to have to go chasing people. She would rather just serve and serve and serve and have people come to her where she could have good conversations, and then let the other ones just warm up on her email list, and she can keep serving them as well. And I love that approach. I think it's so good. And for me, it just feels really in integrity, because you're able to give and serve the people who are ready to move forward, and keep giving to the people who aren't quite ready there. And for her, it's just been a huge blessing. Her business has gone from, nothing, because she didn't have a business when we first started, to having a really, really strong first year, which is awesome. All right. So again, because it's possible for her, it's totally possible for you too. And one of the first things to do is to really figure out what it is that you're selling and who you're selling it to. And from there, back it up to say, okay, at the top of the funnel, what can I give? How can I serve? How can I get that message out there in a way that really helps people? So regardless if you're selling something that's a low-cost product or something that's a high-level, high-touch, coaching product or other product, you can use the power of marketing funnels to get in front of the people who are most likely to clamor for your services and want what you have to offer. And again, once you discover the power in marketing funnels to capture your audience, to warm them up, to nurture them, and to invite them to go further with you, and to help them see you as the person, the teacher, the expert that they want to learn from and buy from, you're going to wonder why you ever wasted time just randomly doing marketing. Instead, get a marketing funnel in place so that you know exactly how to build your tribe of buyers who are so into you and what you offer. And if you want to know which marketing funnel is right for you and your business, I have created a totally free and easy quiz to help you figure that out. Head on over to today's show notes, which are at themarketingfunnelshow.com/10. That's just the number 10. And in less than 5 minutes, you will know exactly which funnel is right for you. So last thing here, I would love to spread this free, valuable podcast to more people just like you. So if this was valuable for you, will you take just 3 minutes to hop on into iTunes and subscribe, write a review, and rate the podcast, and then just share it with one person who can use it. Your voice helps tremendously in showing iTunes that the podcast is worth showcasing on iTunes, which helps other people find it too. And when you do subscribe, I have a freebie for you. All you have to do is take a quick screenshot and email it to me at michelle@michellelevans.com for your free gift. I'll give you free access to my mini course, the One Sentence Marketing Hook, to just simply for doing that, jumping on into iTunes, giving me a rating and a review, and then sending it on over to me. And I hope that you feel comfortable also sending your questions to me and asking me the big burning questions on your mind about marketing funnels, because I'd love to be able to address your questions as well. So with that, I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast.